Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, a little bit of a triggering title. This is a PSA. Move over. If you are over 30, Chanel doesn't care about you anymore, okay? You're too old, move over. Honestly, probably not. A little bit of a shocking title, but this video today was sparked by a particular advertisement that I saw. I went to the movies just a few weekends ago to see the Eras tour in concert in cinema experience, and I dragged my boyfriend along. And this whole video was sparked by a particular advert that ran before the Taylor Swift Eras tour. Going to the movies and seeing this advert truly blew my mind because I feel like it was almost the perfect storm of the headspace that I'm currently in, being more hyper aware of what I'm consuming, but also like this perfect storm of now being 30, realizing that, oh my God, I am no longer the hyper-focused target market of a lot of these brands. And this advertisement that I'm going to share with you and that we're going to react to today was truly the perfect example of that. And of course, I'm sure I'm gonna have some of you tell me in the comments down below, Caitlin, like Chanel is still advertising to you, brands are still advertising to you. Of course they are. I'm well aware that there are many brands that are still marketing towards women in their 30s and 40s and beyond. My personal belief is that I am no longer the target market and the future of these brands, and they're really focusing their marketing and their advertising and their brainwashing, so to speak, on a younger demographic. I'm gonna share with you a few different adverts that I came across. Just gonna scoot over a little bit so you can see here. So this is the Whitney Peak for the Chanel 22 bag campaign. This video was posted a year ago and it's currently got 400,000 views. And I can't believe I haven't seen it, but anyway, like I said, I don't go out much, okay?
Hi, it's me. I'm leaving this as a voice note because it's too much to text, but last night was so much fun. Crazy thing happened. Izzy texted me and said that she was on her way with a cab, and when she got here, she wasn't in the back seat. She was actually driving it, like behind the wheel. Anyway, don't ask me how. I feel like maybe we don't want to know, but that should give you some sense of what the entire night was. We just kind of ran around Brooklyn for a couple of hours and did all kinds of crazy stuff. You would have loved it. We missed you so much. I missed you so much. I wish you'd have been there. Make everything better. Oh, and about the party. We actually didn't end up going. Anyway, I'm rambling. I just really wish that you could have been there, and I miss you so much. Give me a call back when you can. I love you. Bye.
Okay, so literally 58 seconds. The rest is just, you know, the end credits. So much to unpack in 58 seconds, I personally feel. Share with me your first immediate thoughts in the comments down below. Just a little bit of a side note that I think is quite important. Whitney Peak, I actually don't really know who she is because I'm not a big pop culture girly apparently. Whitney Peak is 20 years old. This particular campaign, just from seeing that, like I didn't realize she was 20, but in this campaign, I truly thought that maybe these girls were like 16, maybe 17 years old. I feel like this campaign is very much targeting girls, maybe teen, tweens, in that kind of maybe 15 to 19, maybe I think even 19 is pushing it a bit, age bracket. And some of you may think this is over exaggerating, but this is truly how I felt. When I actually went to go see the Eras tour in concert, I was carrying my Chanel DeVille tote. And I truly was, for the first time in my life, I felt a little bit ashamed and a little bit embarrassed to be carrying my Chanel DeVille tote. And I kid you not, because like I said, I dragged my boyfriend to this, we both looked at each other after the ad campaign and literally said, what the f was that? And I just was shocked. I looked at him and I said, oh my God, like they're literally marketing to children. I mean, he was perplexed. He was like, I don't understand why they're marketing to kids. Like, why are they marketing to teenagers? Teenagers can't afford these things. And I said, I know, but teenagers can't afford these things now, but they're prepping them and they're grooming them for one day when they possibly become women like me who become almost all consumed and obsessed and just get swept up into the whirlwind of luxury brands and chasing these things. I think that advert weirdly hit me more than maybe what it should, but like I said, I'm sure you know this by now, guys. I'm a real deep thinker, and it's like things deeply affect me. And like I was sitting in this theater looking around at all the small teenage, like I was one of the not one of them, there was a few, but like there was a lot of teenagers in the theater, and I'm looking around at these young girls, and like when I tell you, it took everything in me not to get out of my seat and go, guys, stop it. Do not be brainwashed by this. You do not need that bag to feel good. You don't need that bag to be beautiful. I know I sound like a psychopath, but literally I was looking at all the little young minds in the theater, and I thought, oh my God, like I wonder how many of these young girls think that that bag is going to just make their life complete, and they're gonna feel $1 million and it's just gonna complete them. Like for so long, that's how I felt about luxury handbags. But anyway, that was my little side rant. But let's just again like break down what we saw. First of all, very young demographic, not very realistic. Okay, they're all like, you know, a girl gang, and there was like 1 or 2 boys, but you know, they're 16, 17, 18 looking, and they're just decked out full head to toe in Chanel, ready to wear as well. Okay, that's not really realistic, but you know, just the bright colors, and the, you know, we went to a party and we went driving around New York, driving around the big city, and you know, she was in a cab and we didn't really ask why. Just even the way that she's speaking and the mannerisms of these girls, this kind of girl gang with a few boys, it's just almost very teenage like. I don't know about you, but as a 30-year-old woman, I don't look at that and think, oh my God, like I aspire to be in that girl gang and like exude those vibes. Whereas back in the day, I probably watched those ads and lusted for that life and lusted for whatever Kool-Aid those Chanel campaigns were drinking. Do you know what I mean? Like now I look at that though and I think, oh my God, like I am no longer the target market of some of these Chanel campaigns. I'm gonna share with you another one that I came across while I was researching, because I was like, wow, did I just miss something? Or maybe all Chanel campaigns headed this direction. And I came across this one, which I'm gonna share with you as well, that features another actress, I think, you know, socialite woman, Lily Rose Depp. She is 24 years old, and it's called Lily Rose Depp for the Chanel 22 bag campaign. So they're really pushing this Chanel 22 bag that, you know, if you are a seasoned Chanel lover, or if you've, you know, kind of been really heavily sucked into that world, maybe like me, you're a bit, you know, out of it now. This bag is, I personally believe, to be a little bit more of a trendy bag. It's not really a timeless, iconic Chanel style. It's not, I don't personally think it's a very timeless, classic piece, but that's, again, just my personal opinion. Let's get started with this one.
It's dawn in Los Angeles, just after 11 a.m. And this is Lily. She's been here for 2 weeks, and by now she knew today could go one of 2 ways: productive or unproductive. She chose productive. You wouldn't believe the things a girl can achieve before lunch if she puts her mind to it. By afternoon, she'd exercised, hydrated, and nutritionized. Nutritionized? Then she took a dip. As the sun set, Lily realized she'd spent the entire day by herself, and maybe she should feel lonely, but she never did. Alone, sure, but not lonely. And LA sunsets always make her feel like she's in a movie, expecting a camera there to capture the moment. Elle aime ce film, se dit que c'est un bon film. Et d'ailleurs, elle continue de l'écrire.
The 2 biggest things that stood out to me just by watching that is, one, let's just talk about, you know, Lily's often alone, but she's never truly lonely, because, you know, don't worry guys, in the very isolating world that we're living in, a Chanel bag will fix that. Don't worry, you don't need to leave your house, you know, you don't need to get off social media, just buy a Chanel bag. Young girls aspire to buy a Chanel bag and your life will be truly complete. I think the thing that's really stood out for me is, again, I'm not the target market. For the first time in my life, as a 30-year-old woman, I'm not the target market of a particular fashion campaign. I feel like throughout my 20s I spent so long being the target. Bit of a joke, but oh, it's just after dawn, it's 11 a.m. You know, it's amazing what you can do when you set your mind to it, and all the things you can achieve before lunchtime or something. And she's just like lying out, doing some little exercises with the dumbbell. A very casual, laid back, very much a lifestyle with very minimal responsibilities. It's not really relatable for a lot of women in their late 20s, early 30s. A lot of women who are working full-time jobs, who are mothers, who are taking care of a family, running a household. this is not their lifestyle, this is not their target market. I don't at all relate to this campaign, and it's not even from an aspirational point of view. In my years of teenagehood and early 20s, my mindset and my days were very self-centered. My day and my day-to-day life revolved around me. My thinking was very self-centered, and I think that's quite common for young girls in their teenage years and their early 20s, because they can be. But I think, you know, if you're at the age of where I am, or you're a bit older, a little bit younger, you probably, I don't know about you, but you might not relate to this, because I look at this and I don't relate to this. This one is Margaret Qua, and again, same campaign for the same bag. This particular woman is actually 29 years old, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'm still getting quite a young vibe. I'm still getting very much a younger demographic just from this particular campaign.
Today's to-do list. Watch the sunrise. Take a deep breath and let it recharge you like a battery. List the things you're grateful for, like caffeine and old books with notes in the margins from previous readers, and Dad's pancakes. Brush your teeth. Try not to do that thing where your mind races with random thoughts that you can't slow down, like what ancient Greeks would think of cell phones, and why you feel so different with a new haircut, and why a reluctant massage from somebody that you love feels so much better than one you pay for. Say you're doing it. You're doing it right now. Remember that nature is where you feel whole. That when you're struggling to find peace with your schedule, with your life, with your mind, you can slow down. To be honest, I should probably stop making lists, but seriously, brush your teeth.
Again, I just need to say, I think this is all very strategic. Somebody with a marketing brain, advertising brain, shout out to me in the comments down below what you think, and you feel free to elaborate on this, but this is all very strategic. Brands do this thing where they make these campaigns, these short films seem very wholesome, you know, like nature is where you truly feel at peace and one, and where life is truly wonderful. But it's also like, yeah, that's very true, I believe. So then, but then why do they marry that in with a materialistic object and a bag? And first of all, I would not be taking a bag like that out camping, or on a horse, or in the middle of nowhere. Just wouldn't do it. It's just this marrying of the two things I find very fascinating. You know, this very expensive piece of leather thing that's a materialistic thing, and then this almost wholesome idea of nature and being whole and being one with the world, and that's, you know, where happiness and energy and mood boosting. The cartoon flashes, like that's, again, I think that's very young. I didn't at all, that doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm 30 now, but it didn't do anything for me. I just find it very fascinating. I find it very fascinating. Please share with me your thoughts on the videos I shared today. Anything that stood out to you that you noticed that maybe I didn't mention, please share with me your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm gonna have another one linked to you right here. If you haven't had enough of me just yet, feel free to join me over there. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and I will see you in my next one.